Hello, and welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm
And
Cheryl,
I'm Sherry.
and we're here to encourage someone. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, because that was then.
Mm-hmm.
This is now.
Okay.
So don't allow your past situations
Mm-hmm.
or your current, for that matter, right?
Current, right? Mm-hmm.
To dictate why you shouldn't be God's vessels,
Right.
one of God's vessels, right?
Right. Because we sometimes think that our past, in most cases, will exempt us
Right.
from being used by God. Because you remember one thing, people will be quick to remind you. I remember when, or he or she used to, or because I know.
I know.
I'm not.
They can't tell me nothing because I know about it. I know what they used to do. Right.
Right. And there's nothing about used to be on your watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Say that part.
There's nothing about used to be on your watch.
All right.
So
now.
I'm so glad that
history is
now.
Just, look,
right.
Time is time, right?
Time, exactly. And so get it right. So don't let anybody discourage you or try to make you feel exempt.
Right.
And not just someone else, because we can hold
we'll
ourselves.
hold out, right? We do.
I'm not worthy. I can't. I've done some things. I've said.
I'm trying to get myself together. When I get it right, then I will. We say that so many times. Like again, and I think we've said it before. We're our own worst critics, right?
Exactly.
And in the natural, that's where we are.
Right.
But you want to go ahead with that spiritual, or you want me to hit it?
I'll go ahead and hit it.
Go ahead.
Okay, in John 4:28 and 29, it says the woman then left her water pot and she went into the city, into the city, and saith to the man, come, see a man which told me all things ever I did. Is this not the Christ?
Can I back up before that? Look, because we got ahead of ourselves, and that's okay. Look, but if I can give a little context of who this was. This was the woman that was at the well, right? And so Jesus came to the well, so they were having conversations, and she thought that, truthfully, she thought she was better than Jesus,
right?
Until he called her out, because the first time he told her, he said, "Go get your husband."
Right.
So then she thought, "Whoa, wait a minute, hold on." So then she had a confession, right? And she was like, "I have no husband." He said, "You said right?
Because all the other ones you
had, because you had five.
That one you had five, and the other ones you had."
He said you had five husbands, but the one you have now is not your husband. Look, however. So see, this is where Jesus looks past our faults, right? That grace and mercy. He looks past what we can't look past in the natural. We carry on and again hold ourselves accountable and just disqualify ourselves, but I'm so glad about that he doesn't disqualify us, right? And again, that new mercy and new grace that he gives us every morning, right? Daily. So he was telling her, so yeah, you said right. So I already know that he's not your husband. So he already knows what you're doing. Already knows, but he still can call you or still use you, right?
Exactly.
So don't count yourself out, because if the Lord has a work for you, he has a work for you. Do the work, right? Do the work. And so after he said that, she had to go, this man must be. He has to be that prophet that everybody's been talking about, because how would he know? How would he know?
Right. He knows, but he still finds that I'm worthy. He still finds some worth in me. So a lot of times people can see the potential in you more so than you yourself can.
Right.
So sometimes you do have to listen to people. I'm not saying listen to naysayers, but you do have to listen to people planting things in you. And when people impart some information in you and there's some of that good stuff,
right?
You can go turn around a whole city.
Okay.
This lady went to the city.
Because as you read the scripture around. She said, come see a man.
Come see a man. So this lady went regardless of what his story or her story was. She said, hey, you know what? this man obviously has forgiven me, so I have to forgive myself.
Okay.
And so once I've forgiven myself, I can go tell,
go do the work,
go do the work and tell the real story.
Okay.
Because the story that we had in the past does not define us.
Right.
This does not dictate what we would do in our futures. Okay, so keep moving.
Yes.
Keep moving. Keep doing the thing. Because like he's very familiar with his story or her story, but still.
Okay.
That mercy and that grace that you were just talking about. He says, so you're worthy. So go do.
Go do.
Go do.
Go do.
All right, let's keep on moving. So let's go ahead and end it.
Okay.
Before I take off with his story.
It's so good. It's so good. Look.
And let's go ahead and end it as we always do with our commercial. Go ahead and like us.
Share us.
You know,
talk to us,
leave us some comments.
Yes, talk to us and leave us some comments.
Exactly.
And hit that old button,
right? Hit it, subscribe,
right? And thank you guys for the subscribers. Look, our family. Look, our sisters and brothers in Christ. Right,
right.
And thank you guys again. Look, here's the other commercial.
Right.
For those of you who purchased that Naturally Spiritual by Cheryl and Sherry, we thank you. Thank you. We love you. And so glad that you are a part of our family.
Right.
And we want you guys to have an awfully blessed night.
Good night.